Warning, the following video may contain spoilers. Spoilers that may make you very, very angry. If you don't want to be very, very angry, we highly suggest that you watch something else. Hey everybody, John Ryan here, and we're taking a look at the different effects that your playstyle can have on the world of the game in Dishonored. Now, while some people might say it's just a game with two endings, it's important to notice that your actions actually do have consequences in-game. If you decide to play as more of a pacifist, knocking out guards and finding alternate ways of neutralizing your key targets, you'll see that the city of Dunwall is actually a much safer place. On the other hand, if you feel more inclined to stab your way through the game, which, as somebody who played through without killing anybody on his first run, is really fun, you see that the world that your characters are in is kind of starting to crumble. It might be an abundance of rats living in the streets, or you might find that what was once like a safe zone for plague survivors is now riddled with victims and weepers instead. Characters treat you differently depending on whether they see you as a force for good or a force for evil.
But somehow you managed to get through all this mess without losing sight of what really matters. For that, I respect you. The city, I don't like what you've become. No better than these traitors. That's
even the weather reacts differently depending on how you've played the game. The last mission, which is the one where you'll notice most of the differences between high and low chaos, is set either on a beautiful sunny day in low chaos or in a torrential rainstorm with high chaos, and there's lightning and thunder and all that stuff. So apparently Corvo has the ability to change the weather, which I kind of wish I had too. Anyways, depending on what decisions you made, you'll find that in the last mission your enemies might be a little more accepting of the fate that they've kind of brought upon themselves if you've played through with low chaos.
I know Corvo's coming for me, just like he came for the others.
However, if you play through with high chaos, there's going to be a lot more infighting going on. They're actually kind of at war with each other, which I don't really know exactly how exactly it's your fault, but apparently it's your fault. But you'll find that, Martin's trying to take out Havelock and Pendleton's pretty much dead already. And Admiral Havelock has basically just become a Disney villain at the top of the tower, which is just kind of weird.
Stay where you are, Corvo. All right, jump.
Corvo, save me!
What?
Regardless, the separate endings are all worth seeing, though some do feel a little bit more complete than others. But it totally merits a second playthrough if you've already played through it once, just to see how the different one pans out. Or you could just watch it right here if you feel lazy. So for more Dishonored, head over to IGN.com and enjoy the rest of this video.
The others are all dead, aren't they? That's alright, because I was going to have them killed anyway. I am going to be Empress.
What will history tell us? That the daughter of a murdered empress ascended the throne up a mountain of corpses, carried by an assassin named Corvo? No. They'll say that little Emily Caldwin I came to power in an age of terror and corruption, and that she did her best in a world that is not kind to little girls or empresses. But whether the stories told mention you by name or not, she will remember you were there, Corvo.
Let me go! I am the Empress!
Didn't you learn any? Stay where you are, Corvo. All right, jump.
Corvo, save me!
What?
I don't know about you, Corvo, but I've had a lovely time. Intrigue and mystery, butchery and betrayal, the death throes of an empire. And you were an avenging spirit, spreading chaos at every turn. The city's feeding on itself now. Liars and merchants and nobles, like maggots on a carcass. Soon will be nothing left for the rats. It's just as well. The Empire was dying already, completely rotten. All that was needed was the right man to send it over the edge. But now, you'll be off over the horizon on an outbound ship. I wonder, are you chasing something or running away?
I know Corvo's coming for me, just like he came for the others. Crossing the island below like it was nothing. It's only a question of how and when. I'm lacking a counter move. It's all fallen apart. All the steps that led us here made sense. When I was young, I went to sea, took command of a ship, and made...
Corvo! I knew you'd come. Is it going to be okay now? Will I be Empress?
So ends the interregnum, and now Emily Caldwin the First will take her mother's throne after a season of turmoil. You will stand at her side, Corvo, guiding her young mind and protecting her from those who seek to exploit her or cause her harm. You watched and listened when other men would have shouted in rage. You held back instead of striking. So it is with the passing of the plague and Emily's ascension, comes a golden age brought about by your hand. And decades hence, when your hair turns white and you pass from this world, Empress Emily, Emily the Wise, at the height of her power, will lay your body down within her mother's great tomb, because you are more to her than royal protector. Farewell, Corvo.
Long enough for all of the big and the small, where the taller they stand, well,